guys, welcome to Cody and Davina's Videodrome. I'm Cody.
I'm Davina.
And today we're going to talk about Cult of Chucky.
A true classic never goes out of style.
So Cult of Chucky is the latest direct-to-Blu-ray sequel in the Child's Play franchise following Curse of Chucky that came out a few years ago. It's on Netflix now, so you can go check out both. I think Curse and Cult are both there to watch. And it was interesting. We had to really...
In a single word, yes.
Yeah. We had to really talk about what we were going to say about it and how we were going to talk about it, because basically, if you're a fan of the Child's Play movies, you should like this movie. It's basically one big in-joke. It's, like 80% an in-joke. I feel like if you don't like these movies, you probably won't like this one. If you didn't like Curse, you probably won't like this one. But we did, and are fans of the Child's Play series, and I have been forever. So
I've wanted to be as a young child, like 5 or 6 years old. I can remember all of my little friends were talking about having seen Chucky the Killing Doll, and I wanted to, but my parents were kind of strict. So I didn't get to see Child's Play till I was an adult, and it didn't live up to the hype of a bunch of 5 and 6 year olds.
Yeah,
but
I think that's important to these movies, though, is I think the age thing, I think that is important, because I saw it when I was a kid and loved it, but it was because it was scary.
I think that I've seen all of the Child's Play movies. I've seen Child's Play, but I haven't seen, like, Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky, but...
Well, that's a crime that we need to... At least for Bride, Seed's, like... Even I'm not that big a fan of Seed.
But I understand the, just kind of like the characters that they build in these movies are kind of jokey, and like they're not super serious Michael Myers type killers.
Right.
So there's a lot of that carries over into Cult of Chucky, and it just makes it fun.
Because Chucky is one of the slashers in slasher movie history that talks. Like Freddy Krueger, there's an inherent ridiculousness and black humor to the character. And it's been there from the very beginning. The first movie has ridiculous and funny elements to it, and the first 3 are more kind of straight up slashers, but he's funny. Chucky has always had a sense of humor, and Bride of Chucky changed that and brought that kind of to the forefront and made it sort of in the same vein as like a Scream, like self-referential and more funny and over the top and less kind of straight up horror. And then Seed of Chucky just took it to the whole next level of making it basically a comedy. And then Curse of Chucky kind of reset that a little bit, and brought it back to the more horror themed, straight up slasher movie. And then this movie, I feel like actually kind of picks apart the whole franchise and brings you horror elements and a lot of comedic elements, and then the ending is just way over the top. It's as over the top as the ending of Seed of Chucky, probably.
A quick plot synopsis of Cult of Chucky. It picks up where Curse of Chucky left off. We have a lot of returning just the one returning character, I guess, main character from Curse of Chucky is Fiona Dourif as Nika. Mm-hmm. And she has now been admitted to a psychiatric facility, and nobody believes that there's a murderous doll who actually did all of the killing in the previous movie. They blame her, and the doctor uses some unconventional therapy methods, which include bringing in a Chucky doll, and from there, hilarity and slashing ensues.
Yes. So this, and also picking up from not only Curse of Chucky, but all of the movies, the cast of this movie is good. It's interesting. I mean, you've got Brad Dourif returning as Chucky, who has been the voice of Chucky the entire time. You've got his daughter Fiona Dourif playing Nika again, just like in Curse. You've got Jennifer Tilly back as Tiffany / Jennifer Tilly, which is, if you haven't seen the movies, it's just crazy. And then you've got a whole host of,
Andy.
Oh, I'm sorry. And right, Alex Vincent, the original Andy from the first couple of Child's Play movies, is back as well. And then you've got a whole host of new characters in the psych facility that Nika is in that are basically there to be killed off and be funny while they're being killed off a little bit. But yeah, it's fun. Like I said, it's basically one big in-joke at this point, so...
It's an in-joke to the whole franchise, but then also to other pop culture things going on. Like, there was a mention of the Hannibal TV show and how good it was, how it shouldn't have been canceled. So.
Yes, which if you watched Hannibal on, that's such a great show. I mean, that is like one of the best horror shows, so yeah, it is a shame that it was canceled.
It's fun. You suspend your belief. I mean, because you're watching a movie about a killing doll, but at the same time, whenever he does make references to current pop culture things, you can get a good chuckle because
that was one of the reasons.
In on the joke.
Right, exactly. And that's one of the reasons I like Bride of Chucky. Actually, even though some fans of the Child's Play series don't like either one, Bride of Chucky or Seed of Chucky, because they're too funny. But that was kind of what made Bride of Chucky so good, was that he does poke fun at certain things. Like, there's a moment where him and Tiffany are listening to the radio and a Rob Zombie song starts playing, or maybe it's a White Zombie song, and he's like, starts rocking out. And it's really funny because that's where I was at the time. I was listening to the same stuff, and I'm watching the movie, like, it's the same music as I do. I thought that was great. Like, that made the movie better to me, but some people don't like funny stuff in their horror movies. And
whether you love or hate the franchise, you have to appreciate the fact that it's been around for 30 years.
Yeah.
I mean, almost 30 years, and it's remained consistent. There's not been any, I guess, not like a reboot in the sense of a traditional reboot.
They've kind of rebooted themselves. It's been Don Mancini has been the writer behind the Child's Play movies since the very first one, and he is consistently stuck with the franchise, and there's never really been a need to reboot, and Brad Dourif is still around to do the voice. That would be the ultimate, if for some reason Brad Dourif didn't do the voice of Chucky, for whatever reason there may be, that would be the minute that the franchise died, because you need Brad Dourif. And we're super excited having... now, caught up with Cult of Chucky and everything, because we already have our tickets to next year's Texas Frightmare weekend.
It's the 13th year for Texas Frightmare, so they're getting a lot of really cool guests, and they're slowly announcing them.
Yeah.
But they've already announced Brad Dourif, Fiona Dourif, and
Alex Vincent. And a couple of others, actually. In addition to the already awesome roster that they have announced of Doug Bradley and Ron Perlman.
I'm really excited.
We're excited
Doug Bradley, but that's a totally different YouTube video.
we're really excited for Texas Frightmare.
Overall, the movie was fun. It hits all of the highs and lows and what you would expect from a Chucky movie.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're plenty of Chuckies to go around.
Yep, that is so true. So I highly recommend checking it out, especially since we're coming up on Halloween. Perfect time of year to check out some.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you're looking for just a fun horror movie to pass the time, because it's October, and I mean, you don't need an excuse to watch horror movies, but it's October, so watch them all.
Yep.
Check out Cult of Chucky.
Yep. And thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel.
We'll see you next time.
Yep.